Hello everyone and welcome back to some Angels with Scaly Wings. I kinda just hate to shut down the OST there. But apparently some problems in Discord over there too. So it's also worth noting that I actually have my dice here. Here's 2d6 there. I have a lot more. I've got a d4, 6, d6, 8, 2 10s, one of them's 100, a 12, and 2 20s. So we left off last, I think this is where it was. We met with Sebastian. We had one meeting with Bryce, and we're missing a meeting. Let's see if I can actually go back. Or that's another game. Yes, I dared, Justin, and I'm actually glad you're here. I hope you're glad you're here, for that matter. These were both the same timestamp, apparently. Is there an auto 8 minutes apart? We do need it in the investigation. Let's just give this one a test real quick. Did we? No, we did not. Okay. First button, turn counterclockwise. Got it. We're already resting on the bench. Map. Political. Just to recap from what we did do last week. I think it was, yes, they were pretty funny. I can't remember what we answered last week. So let's just ask about everything. It's all back. I think that was everything. Now to visit the grocery store. Great, let's just go back for everyone. So this is the grocery store, the one that Reza has apparently been shopping at. That's... I forgot his name. Who's he talking to? Hey, I think I've seen her before. I'm sorry, but this prescription has expired. Let me just grab a screenshot. Here we go. I can't fill it like this. You'll need to tell your parents to visit the doctor so he can write you a new one. She turned around, nearly running into me as she suddenly bolted towards the door. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's apparently busy, I guess. Or maybe not busy, just out. One of the two. Which is a shame, because he likes angels with scaly wings. And Marky, I would actually kind of doubt this. As far as I know, and I don't know Marky that well, he does a lot of his streaming on the PS4. This is unfortunately only on PC and other desktop operating systems. So she turned around, nearly running into me as she suddenly bolted towards the door. Hello, Cabbage. How can I help you? You know who I am? How could I not? Everybody knows about you. Anyway, how can I help you? Let's ask, who was that? You mean the girl? That's Farah. She comes here occasionally to pick up her mother's prescription. Do you remember Reza? Yep, there's only a little bit. We've already asked that. Let's leave for now. Skip ahead. And we might have actually also already missed the chance to just meet with what's his name right now? Information, so let's wait found for us. Found it, okay. Yeah, no, we missed it. Alright, so let's talk with Bryce first. Wait, what? What the? Is this, crap, okay. Okay. Well, sure, yeah, let's skip ahead. Skip. Excellent. Skip 10 times, skipper. Yeah, I already did say that. So let's see, this should be chapter 2, right? With Bryce once. This is not matching up. Marbled floor. We can meet with Bryce again. How? I'm pretty sure we met with Bryce before. How are we meeting with Bryce again? We really screwed something up. Let's see. So that's an auto. That was chapter 2. This appears to be chapter 2. Let's look this one. Bryce, you're... Wake up, fatty! Just... If you're talking about my Final Fantasy stream, yeah, I have been spending my time at a mix of homework or school, basically, lots of D&D, and then the free time that I have had, I have actually not been really playing any games, almost at all. I have actually been dividing it between two projects, being the both of them are in Game Maker Studio 2. One of them is the live chat, which has the slideshows that show up in front of everything, as well as the music. I've been refining that before I actually get to the actual live chat mechanism. And then there's also another one which is, again, D&D related. I'm just working on a sort of compact interface for character sheet. I have my finals on Monday coming up. It's going to be early in the morning, and I'm still struggling to actually get out of bed before 9 o'clock, so I'm screwed, since that is also literally the time of the finals. Alright, so no, don't skip ahead, just in case. Sure, sign me up. Just like all kinds of stairs. I think that's what we had this time. So... protection. Okay, I guess that was not what we answered. Reza... Visit the grocery store. Please tell me that we did already visit, Yes, okay, thank you. Aren't you the bartender from the other day? That I am. Did you have fun that evening? Yeah, it was alright. You know, you can do more in the bar than just getting drunk. Oh, really? I could show you some time if you want to. Is that an invitation? Well, if you put it that way, it kind of is. Anyway, how can I help you? And just asked who was that, ask about that, leave, that's your park, look at the map, that's Avenue, open the hatch, first button, second button, counterclockwise. So on the bench, see, let me even just go back. I was just about to get up when I noticed someone sitting next to me. Whoa, I didn't see you there, I thought you were a statue or something. Hello? Maybe it is a statue. Or I just turned invisible. I hope it's not the latter. Okay, just skip ahead, look at the map again. We did talk with Emra. I know who you are. They are pretty funny, poor Remy. Ask about your visit, ask about your job, Tattoo Park, that's all. Okay, skip ahead. For some reason, I somehow really screwed up my saves. And I'm actually even going to blame this on Steam. Because on my notebook, when I played this on itch, it went just fine. There were no problems whatsoever. I could quick save, quick load, do whatever, just so great. And here I am actually even just, yeah, so this part is not apparently so bad for whatever reason. It still looks kind of like a mess. My autosaves, though, there should always be 6 autosaves, and it's just been scattered over the place. It's just weird. So, let me even just make a safety official save here. We are going to meet with Bryce and meet with the store clerk. Yeah, just the dragon just trying to ignore everyone and everything, yeah. It basically feels like me too in every social scenario because I'm just, oh, you were talking to me, oh, okay, I was not expecting that. So, real quick, we are going to be meeting with Bryce and we are going to be meeting with all the secondary characters that we can. It doesn't really matter which order, so I technically shouldn't ask, but, we are meeting with... Crap, I forgot his name. Anybody here? There you are. Suddenly he grabbed my hand and bowed, to plant a wet kiss on it with his tongue. That sound effect too. Hello, Cabbage. I'm sorry, but I don't think we've actually been properly introduced before. What was your name again? Oh, yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. You can call me Zong. Where is everyone? Well, the bar is already closed and everybody's gone home, so it's just us. I see. Wait, is that Bryce sleeping under the table? Justin, I don't know if you've seen the last week where we had a date with Bryce and we basically had a drinking contest with him. Did you see that at all? Oh, you're right. Guess we're not alone then. Does this happen often? Sometimes. We should start charging him rent. That's an idea. Maybe then I wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. Right. What's up with that? They're both just part-time, so it's no big deal. I see. Which one do you prefer? It's hard to say, really. Bartending is so much more fun, but working in the store pays better and is also more stable. At least you get to wear a uniform in both. That doesn't exactly seem common around here. That was essentially what it was, too. And in fact, the actual cat, is sleeping. Oh yeah, and I think we technically lost the drinking contest with Bryce because we tried our best, but we kind of just passed out. Yeah, they're usually very simple. I like this one, but after a while the collar can get a bit tight around the neck. The store uniform is a chore to get on. The hat, the apron, it all feels a bit constricting. Alright, Justin, I think you're the only one in the chat right now. Can you see why his store costume is constricting, or do you think he looks kinda cute? If you are uncertain, I have many dice here, which I can roll. Dice box also compliments of one of the guys in my D&D. Yeah, it really is a shame that my streams are just almost always you, basically. Yes, I have 13 exactly. 1d4, 66, an 8, a 10, and a 100, 12, and 2 20s. So, you can see that, right? Yes. I'm actually looking at OBS for the live chat more than I am on my notebook. And OBS is the streaming software rather than my actual notebook, which has the actual chat. I don't know why, but OBS is faster than my notebook, which is just, I don't know. Sorry, just pouring myself some Diet Coke here. Finished having pizza and, I guess you could say this is leftover. Hang on. Leftover. He was interrupted by a loud snore that came from under the table. When I looked down, I saw it was Bryce turning over in his sleep. What, Bryce? You want another beer? Sorry, mate, but the bar is already closed. Isn't he wonderful? He's a bit rough around the edges, but he seems like a stand-up guy. Let's hope he doesn't start getting rid of any liquids while he's passed out. Which one, Justin? I would just say patience in the whole matter, because whatever COPA is going to end up doing, it'll take effect on January 1st, I think it was. And it's going to be on Monday when they finalize the comments and the wording and everything, so my best advice is to wait until Monday. See what they do, what they have to say and everything. Make your decisions after that. If you're gonna delete your videos, I mean that would be the overall safest course. I would recommend doing that after Monday. But if you are going to delete your videos and everything for safety and everything, make sure you get it done before the new year. So it's that time frame between tomorrow and what's the date today? So you have 3 full weeks plus to actually delete all your videos if you want to. Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean, Justin. I'm actually considering that myself. But it's going to be after Monday. So, I forgot to mention, this is possibly going to be the last video and or stream on my YouTube channel. Let's hope he doesn't start getting rid of any liquids, okay? Is he smiling? Wow, okay, I'm just gonna screenshot that with... Okay, there we go. Don't worry about that. I have my trusty Mach 4 situations like that, okay? Hopefully you won't need it tonight. It's just another part of the job. I'm pretty used to it by now. You seem to know Bryce pretty well. How long have you known each other? Since childhood, really. We both grew up here. If you think he's a bit rough now, you should have seen him in his youth. Such a troublemaker. But you can rely on him for anything. I'd trust him with my life. It seems like a lot of people have confidence in him as the chief of police. They do, and rightfully so. The thing he's done for me personally were way beyond his duties. The mark of a true friend. What did he do? Oh, it's a long story. It has more to do with myself than him, really. Come on, you can't just start like that and not spill the beans. Well, if you say so. I was adopted when I was merely a hatchling. It's really not a big deal to me, and never really came as a surprise to anyone, considering my parents aren't even the same species as me. But my family isn't originally from around here. When I was 8 years old, my father got a job here, so we relocated. Moving across the continent, meaning losing all my friends and making new ones, wasn't so easy for me. I was young and new, and just a little scared. Even back then, Bryce was a very curious fella, especially when other people were involved. He came up to me in school, introduced himself, and we've been friends ever since. Many years later, Bryce was already on the force, and my desire to find my biological parents had grown so much that I made some efforts to find them. Bryce pulled a few strings, and with his help I was able to track them down. He even accompanied me on the trip. You want me to come inside as well? No, just stay here, alright? Sure. I mustered all my courage and went up to the door of their run-down home. What do you want? Hello, is this the residence of Wang Fu and Ziyuing? I hope I pronounced that right. Who wants to know? Well, about 20 years ago, you gave up your child for adoption and... Oh, no. You know what? I'm not dealing with this right now. We didn't give you away just so you could show up whenever you please. And don't even think of calling me father. I won't. He turned around and went back inside. Just as he was about to close the door again, another person appeared next to him. Don't be rude, Wang. Come in for tea, or something, alright? Alright. Here, sit down. I'll go and make us some tea. Here you go. Do you want to join us, Wang? You invited him in. He's your guest, not mine. I don't want to have anything to do with this. I guess he doesn't want to talk. Guess so. Maybe he's not ready yet. Maybe. I guess 20 years isn't long enough. Look, I want to say I'm sorry, but I know nothing I can say can make up for what happened. We had to give you away because we were young and stupid. These days, we aren't young anymore. How do you like the tea? It's alright. Oh, I've got something for you. She got up, walked away from the table, and vanished into a different room. Wang Fu was sitting on a couch nearby in front of the TV, his eyes glued to the screen. After a few moments, Ziyuing returned and joined me again. Here, take this. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that one wrong, by the way. What is it? It's a hat we got you when you were little. It's one of the few things we still have from back then. Thank you. Do you want some more tea? No. Okay. I don't want to ask you this, but do you have some cash to spare? We really need some food, and Huang doesn't like to go hunting. I just brought enough for the trip back home. I don't think that... Oh, you don't have anything? Then what are you still doing here? You can watch TV but not provide for your family? What a man. Get out of my house. No, please. Yeah, maybe it's time for me to go. And don't even think of coming back. How dare you come in here and disturb us like that? Is there a problem here, sir? Who the heck are you? Police. It sounds like you might have some trouble here. Perhaps of a domestic nature? Not at all. I'm sorry, Zong. He doesn't know what he's doing. I can see that. Come on, Bryce. Let's go. You're done? I think I've seen what I need to. Alright. I cried so much that day. Get out of my swamp! I'm sorry to hear that. Not that it matters much anymore. It's all in the past. But Bryce, he's been there for me when I needed him then, and he's still there today. Well, except for the part where, in a way, he's responsible for the whole town, you know, now. How's he handling it? Pretty well, I'd say. Everyone trusts him and thinks he's doing a great job. Anyway, let's put on some music. Give the old jukebox a little whirl. Sure. He got up and walked over to the jukebox in the corner to look at the selection. Let's see. What kind of music do you like? Actually, I'm not sure if your music is in any way similar to ours. Let's just put on a few different songs and tell me what you think, alright? Sure. Feel free to pick anything that strikes your fancy. Alright, for an achievement we are going to be picking everyone. Ah, something easy. Do you know what a piano is? You can play the piano? Not really. Not that many can, actually. There are many kinds of instruments that can only be played by certain species, you see. Makes sense. Alright, now listen to this. Right, I recognize this one. Cheerful, hopeful. I'm gonna take a look at this for a minute. Whenever you're ready, Justin, you can just mention to try something else and how you liked it. We will just be going through every one of them. It has to be right now, instead of later if we get the music player or whatever. This could be Parting Song. Sweet Memories? Nostalgia? I'm actually mostly guessing. Evening Melody? Oh, how about that? It turned off automatically. That's it? How'd you like it? Well, Justin, was it pretty good? Not bad, but you've heard better? Or, it's pretty bad, to be honest. And if you need a dice roll, I have 66. Which in this case say it was pretty good. Hello, darkness. We just heard the piano from Zhang here, if you know what's going on. I don't know if you know this game at all. Justin is no longer alone. I wonder, can we go back to the piano at all? Oh yeah, so we can. Alright, so let's listen to this while we decide if we like it or not. I mean, might as well. So I also just realized that I had the text box was still saying Final Fantasy VII. Oh yeah, you were taking music classes, weren't you, Justin? Okay, so that's 2 for technically 3. Justin saying yes twice essentially. Okay, it's kind of interesting. My OBS is showing looks like white hearts on desktop OBS, and then my notebook, same operating system, same web browser, just not OBS's pink hearts. So pretty good. I like it too. Okay, let's listen to the classical. Now this one's a real classic. I think it's one of the oldest songs we know about. My guess on who is actually playing that would be not Crinkles, that would be... Stop it. Let me just check on my phone here while this plays, so I don't disturb anything. Yeah, no, he's actually playing it. It's playing right now. So you can actually listen to it. Mark Sparling, I believe? Yeah, my guess is this is by Mark Sparling. So if you're done listening to the music, just let me know and I can end it early, or we can just let him, stop it. Or we can just listen to the whole tune. It should take I think a minute or two. And this also sounds so familiar, and I just can't remember what the song is. I don't think it's guitar. Serenity, maybe? How the heck do you know that, Justin? But that very well could be the Gymnopedia. If I could also find it. Yeah, I can't actually find it right now, but it very well could be Gymnopedia. Good point, Justin. I'm not that good at music myself anyways. So I'm just wondering, how do you actually know the title when I even have the playlist on my phone and I can't recall the title? Quite an old-timey tune, this one. I think I've heard it before. Well, it's a real classic. Someone else might have played it somewhere you've been before. No, I mean, I've heard it before. I ever set foot in this world. I think that's, supposed to be never. Wait. I've heard it before I ever set foot in this world. Okay, that was my bad. I don't believe you're gonna have any with Zhang here, Darkness. And that's just to vaguely reference what you're talking about there. Okay, really? It sounds a bit different, but it's close enough that I don't think this is a coincidence. Well, if that's the case, then I'm totally the wrong person who you should be telling this. I'll have to investigate this once I return to my own world. For sure. So let's hear the rock. Without further ado, here we go. RPG. I actually know this one. I'm sorry to say, Justin, but I'm pretty sure Darkness left. Yes. There is actually another scene where music very similar to this is played, and it's actually referencing, essentially, Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, there are a few that are actually 8-bit-esque. Let me see if I can find it. There are 94 or 96 tracks in the soundtrack here. Chip might be 8-bit-esque. Hi again, Darkness. I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't think this is heavy. Very well, it could be RPG. This could possibly be literally entitled Rock. Well, I guess you turn that off automatically. What? Not even a choice? Seriously? Was it too loud for you? I didn't even consider your ears maybe more sensitive than ours. Let's try something else. Okay, whatever. Electronic. This is something a bit more modern. This one could possibly be Morning Rise. No, I think it's Mindstream. And I'm also still actually looking through my phone here for the last one. No, I don't want to kill me, Darkness. I'm good, thanks. Okay, I think there was only about three possible options back there. I'm pretty sure this one is Mindstream. That being said, it is also by Bromance. And if only I could actually put some Spare of the Dragon music on, which was part of the game. I can certainly say Darkness. No, you're not. Well, you might be watching me. Yeah. I mean, I have a webcam, obviously. Yeah. To be fair, I do know I'm being watched because, I mean, it's a stream, webcam and all. I can guarantee you are not watching me in real life because I'm in, like, a small, tiny group here. I mean, the webcam shows my shadows back here against the wall, and I can see the next 2 meters ahead of me. So since you guys seem to be enjoying the music, I assume I just assume that you guys are enjoying the music. You guys aren't asking me to stop and turn it off or anything, just if you want to pick up the deluxe edition, or actually purchase the DLC upgrade, whatever, you can do that for like $4 USD. It comes with art, PDF, the making of, and everything, blah blah blah, and the soundtrack, including a very high quality soundtrack, which I think is fantastic. Alright, let's listen to Orchestral. This one's a bit slow, so you'll have to wait a while for it to get going. Alright. I suppose I would technically keep that in mind, except I don't know. Darkness, I don't know. Sounds like Skyrim. Can't say it sounds like Skyrim enough. This one... I'm just gonna be browsing here real quick again. Emperor, maybe? I don't think this will be Prophecy. Fragments, Ashes, maybe? Moving on. Feelings. Shoal or Hydronje. I really don't even remember. I don't know the OST well enough to actually know it offhand like this. I'm not entirely sure of the question there, Darkness. Are you asking about, like, your presence in general? Technically can't really say because I don't think I really know you. So like as a friend, I mean, again, you just showed up. I don't know you. What's the verdict? Don't like slow music, don't like orchestral music, or that was pretty decent. Now assuming Darkness and Justin, I'm assuming you're gonna say that was pretty decent. Yeah, I thought so, Justin. Sorry about that, Darkness. I'm just, if we... Gee, I don't know how to even word this anymore for some reason. I'm sorry. If we get to know each other better, essentially, then I'll, know you better, and I'll... Yeah, that's basically it. Decent. It's one of my favorites, actually. Oh, really? Yeah. Soundtrack. Now this is something a bit different. It's a soundtrack from some video game, I think. Heh, I know this one, this is cute. And this is also not the main menu theme right here. This is... now I can't even find it. Here it is. Mark Sparling. don't have to go to the bathroom, so I'm not actually going to leave the stream for that. I mean, no. Sorry, darkness. I think I'm just gonna have to say, darkness, role-playing, whatever, whatever you want to consider it. I don't mind it, a bit, but don't let it get out of hand if it's, getting too crude. You're starting to just sort of border the lines there, I think. So, what do you think about this one? I really my kind of music, or I likes it? I'll put it in chat. It's actually kind of easier for me to type in that way. He clearly likes it. I can't say that I want to join darkness. Justin. He clearly likes it. I'm assuming you like it. Really? I didn't think you would. Why is that? Just a guess. You listen to a bunch of music. Like a true connoisseur. You audiophile. What kind of music do you like, anyways? I like a bit of everything, really. I actually collect all kinds of musics and paraphernalia, and the jukebox is curated by me. Oh, nice. Sometimes people even donate some stuff they don't need anymore. I'm pretty well known among the patrons of it. I have not seen a lot of YouTubers. My subscription list is pretty small. Wait for you, darkness? What are we waiting for? If it is a choice, I can go back. That we skipped over this. I'll just keep reading this for the moment, though. Pretty well known for it. Is the stuff on display over there yours too? I'm actually trying to sell those. You're selling your collection? I'm only downsizing. That's just a player and a few old records I'm trying to sell for my holiday meal. Oh, where are you going? It's going to be a family holiday. Just my son and myself. Mainly for my son, though. We're planning to travel across the whole country, making stops in various cities along the way. I've been planning it for a while now, and trying to save up to make it happen. We could never really afford a vacation while his mother was still around, so... What happened to her? I wish I knew. We fought a lot back then, about all kinds of things. When I think back to that time now, it seems like it was all we did. Argue about petty things that people don't need to argue about. Of course, it's easy to say that after the fact, when it's already too late. I never would have thought it was bad enough to warrant doing what she did. What did she do? One day she was just gone, packed up her things and left in the dead of night. I don't know where she went or what became of her. In the end, I think she just wasn't ready to be a mother. This was almost 4 years ago now. But yeah, that's why I think we need that holiday, to spend some quality time together. It's also why I took the second job at the grocery store. He's going to turn 9 in a few months, and I want to surprise him with it then. He saw this movie where a family goes on vacation across the country, and all kinds of crazy hijinks happen along the way. He loved it so much, and asked me all the time when we were going on a vacation like that. I just want to give that to him. I think he needs it. You said his birthday is in a few months. Will you be able to afford it? We're more than halfway there already. With the second job, it should really shouldn't be a problem. I just like to have more of a buffer, because this holiday will have all the bells and whistles you can imagine. I see. How about I'll buy some of your records? Really? You said they're for sale, right? Yes, but I'll just put it down as expenses in regards to my visit here, so it'll be taken care of. You would do that? Maybe. After you played me some of your music, I just can't resist. I need those records for myself. Oh, this is definitely for Justin. Actually, I'll need the player too, because I doubt these are going to work on our players back home. Besides, I could really use a souvenir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me just get that for you. Here you go. Now, I can't remember if there's an achievement for trying to give it back to him, so instead of asking Justin, I'm just gonna try that. You know what? Why don't you keep it? What do you mean? Well, what if I wanted to donate this back to your collection? Oh no, that would be too much. It's yours. Please take it. Alright. Besides, apparently there was no achievement, sorry. Besides, these aren't so special that they need to be part of the collection. Otherwise, I wouldn't be selling them. Okay, I get it. It'll also be interesting for humanity to have, I think. For sure. Maybe you can show me some human music in return sometime. Deal. So, I suppose you're back in the game now, huh? Game? What game? I mean, dating. What makes you think so? Ooh, we got him blushing. Might be wrong, this guy might be, dateable, in a way. Well, what's all this? Why'd you ask me out? You seem like a nice person. I wanted to know what you're like. Do you kiss the hand of every nice person you meet? Guess you got me there. I suppose that makes my intentions rather obvious, even though I know it won't last. Besides, I'm not sure if I'd call it a game. That's something that Bryce would do. I prefer to take things slower and have a lasting relationship. Are you talking about the actual ambient music now, Justin? I actually forgot. Tranquility, I think. Mark Sparling, no doubt. For your reference, Justin, all the music in this game can be divided into two things. Basically, the electronic and upbeat, basically. Like, literally the electronic... Maybe the electronic song. And the other music is basically Mark Sparling. Basically like something like this. Basically, two composers. There were a few more, but it's basically those two. I don't even remember anymore, and I don't even know. Music like that is not my strong suit. My strong suit is what's 1 plus x. Or more accurately, x plus y. Trigonometry. Times it by directional cosine, negative directional sine stuff. I prefer to take things slower and have a lasting relationship. Great, so Justin, Darkness, if you're still here, do you agree with having a lasting relationship? Or would you prefer Bryce's multiple one-night stands, I guess is what it would be? Or, alright, do you think both could be fun? I technically don't know how both could be fun, being if you're going to be in a lasting relationship and then also having multiple flings on the side, I guess. Whatever works for you. Wow, shots fired, Justin. Why'd you ask me out if you know it's not going to last, though? Bryce told me about you. You know, made me realize I've got to get out there again. So the first thing you do is ask out a strange visitor from an exotic place. Be honest, did you ask me out because I'm human? Whatever works for you, Justin. Not only. I figured you could tell me more about how humans date and give me some advice. I'm not sure if my experience would be worth anything here. You're bound to have a different perspective of everything that goes on here. Maybe you pick up on things we haven't considered. I just want to hear your opinion. That's not just about dating, you know. Well, let's talk about dating, if you're interested in that. I doubt I'd be able to have a frank discussion about this with just anyone I meet here. Alright, I think by now you got a taste about how Bryce is with these kinds of things. He likes messing around. It seems like he's got someone new every couple of months. You should see him on some nights, and how people just swarm around him. Can't blame him for that though, he's a popular guy. Do you envy him? No, I don't want what he has, but I'm finding it hard to find just one prospective partner. You'd think I'd pick up on these things while working, but then it typically not long-term relationships that are formed there. Imagine dating Reza. Wow, I see. I don't exactly have that much free time to put myself out there. I'm also not getting younger, and don't forget that I already have a child to take care of. That doesn't make things easier, you know. In a way, you're not just dating the person, you're also dating the kid, if you know what I mean. Now, that just sounds wrong. Oh, shush. It can make things rather difficult, that's all. Alright, maybe we'll have to work on your approach. What's the first thing you notice about a person? Their personality. Really? I meet so many people here every day, and their customers, the things that always stands out about them most is how they treat their servers. I see. Besides, I'm not interested in relationships based on looks. I like talking to people and getting to know them that way. This also makes the whole thing harder for me because I have to invest a lot more time to find out if we're compatible. You know, if a relationship doesn't work out for Bryce, he can just find someone else the next day. But for me, this process can take a few months. I can imagine. I don't think there's a recipe for success I can give you though. Why not? You seem to be doing pretty well already. You're nice and polite. I don't think you need to do anything different. Is that what you think? Yeah. Sure, it may take a while to find someone, but I don't think there are any shortcuts for what you're trying to do. Just keep going and it'll happen eventually. Besides, you've got some time to figure out things for yourself with your vacation coming up, right? That's true. It'll be an eye-opening experience in a number of ways. Maybe the relationship front is going to be one of them. Now that's the right attitude. And on that note, maybe we should call it a night. It's pretty late. Yeah, you're right. Well, thank you for the wonderful evening. Likewise. Not to mention the advice, and for buying my stuff. You're welcome. Be safe, and take care, and maybe I'll see you some other time. Maybe. Now, we're going to be taking that very other perspective from Jean and meet with Bryce, seeing how he's doing. So this is his apartment, and if I remember right, there are 2 achievements coming up, which will require a quick save, quick load. Hey Cabbage, good to see you. Oh, hang on. Hey Cabbage, good to see you. Right, Justin, Darkness, whoever's in the chat, is it good to see Bryce? Comment about his face for some reason, I don't know why. Or thank you for the invitation. Okay, thanks for the invitation. Okay. No need to be so formal. Sure, I'm the chief, but here I'm just Bryce. Wait a minute, something's different here. What do you mean? Oh, that's it. We're both sober. I thought we weren't going to mention that. Right. Don't mind the chaos, it's just a temporary arrangement. He led me inside and motioned to the couch. The laugh I suppose you're talking about, I may actually already have a screenshot with another dragon actually on that. But I know I sent you the Bryce's amazing blush pose. Sprite. He led me inside and motioned to the couch. When I took a seat and looked around, I realized that his apartment was obviously designed for a single person in mind. Ah, some days all you can do is be glad they're over. Long day at work? You know how it is at the police department, especially with everything going on. We will very possibly, in this run, be going through at least a few more movies. Alright, so this is, with everything going on, you know how it is in the police department. Is this a bad time for us to visit? Hey, things are pretty overwhelming for us too, being an emissary is no joke, or how many dead have you found so far? And if you want some dice, I can roll 6 dice, which in this case are saying, well, I guess I don't need to spoil the answer since Justin has so kindly suggested, bad time for us to visit. Heck no, I could use some good company right now. So, what do you usually do for fun in your world? Alright, Justin, what do you usually do for fun? I'm usually on the internet. I am the internet. So, do you read, meet with friends, spend time outside, or work out? Well, I kinda know Justin. He does a lot of his gym, so I would assume work out. If you want my dice, they're suggesting to read. Okay, spend time outside. I get to be outside every single day. I guess that means you don't mind me dragging you around everywhere? If it weren't for the corpses and life-threatening situations, sure. Hey. How about you? Different things. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know how it is. That's not very specific. Alright, I'll show you something. But promise me you won't laugh, okay? Do we promise, Justin? Can't promise anything, or just show me we're both adults here? Gee, I don't know. On the internet, everybody's kind of childish. Sure, okay. Oh, wait. I can totally do this. Here we go. High or low, Justin? Actually, forget that since it doesn't really make any sense, but I say sure. Good. He went to a shelf on the far side of the room and picked up a long object, carrying it in his maw, as he returned to the table before me and gently set it down. It was a small, wooden model ship. From first appearances, I guessed it was a child's attempt at assembling a model. While the shape was recognizable, there were odd pieces jutting out or not fitting together properly. In some places, globs of dried glue remained from excessive use. Who's the Parkinson's afflicted gent who did this? What's this? Or, looks nice. Looks nice, alright. You don't need to lie to me. I know fully well what it looks like. But that's not the point. Even though I try, I don't always make the best decisions. I know I'm not the most patient person. But in my line of work, you never know what they're going to throw at you next. So you always have to be prepared. You can't have any exploitable weaknesses. And of course, I want to be fit for duty, as the chief of police look up to me. People look up to me, so I have to be at my best at all times. They can both tell the model's not very good. I don't really care about don't really have the patience or the dexterity for it, But I tried my hand at this to get better. Sure, it took me way longer than it should have, and my claws were covered in glue for a week afterwards. But you know, these models aren't even intended for us. They're made for runners like Sebastian who have proper hands to do that stuff. I know this ship isn't much, but it's something. And maybe, if I keep trying, I'll get better. Wait a minute, you have ships? Not in this town, but yeah, we have ships alright. Why does that surprise you? I just find it interesting, because where I come from, we also have vehicles for land and air travel. While some of us can fly, and some of us can run well, but none of us can swim beyond the seas. Do you even have different continents? Not that I know of. You'd probably have to ask someone who knows more about our world than I do. How can you not know about something like that? Well, we do get the occasional explorer who ventures out into uncharted seas, but I don't really keep track of that kind of thing. Would you want to visit if they ever found one? Can't say that I don't find the thought exciting, but in the end, I've got my people here, and they need their chief. Maybe could take a vacation, see what's out there. If I ever have time for that, maybe. Can you swim? Not particularly well. You may have noticed that I'm not exactly streamlined. Okay, Justin, you seem to be the only one in chat again. Don't worry, that floats on water. You're the pinnacle of masculinity, or not quite, and this is in relation to not exactly streamlined. 2, okay. There's that blush again. Number 2. Let me just save that for Justin later. Glad you think so. These muscles are the result of years of hard work. Alright, put your hand up my forearm. Don't you technically have 4 legs? I guess, but it's way easier to say forearm than specifying the upper part of my foreleg. Besides, using the word leg might get misinterpreted. They might make you think of my thigh, and that would be something else entirely. Alright, Justin. Not that you'd mind grabbing his thigh. Haha, right? Or I wouldn't think of touching you there. I wonder what my dice say. The dice want to touch the thigh. Haha, right, alright. I almost feel like that I need to roll between my dice and between Justin. I placed my hand on the upper part of his foreleg, somewhat surprised at the warmth radiating from his scales. I hope you're ready, because here I go. His forearm shifted, the shape of his muscles changing as they became more defined. In a moment, they were firm and bulging, the scales flaring under the stress, and looking as though they might pop off at any moment. It reminded me of a flexing bodybuilder in a skin-tight lycra suit. After a few seconds, his muscles relaxed and he regained their former shape. See what I'm talking about? Sorry, see? That's what I'm talking about. Bryce is evolving. It became, well, I don't know, older Bryce? Flex Bryce? Flexa Bryce? Alright, so Justin, are you impressed? Colored impressed, no less? Should you flex your own puny muscles? Okay, or what a waste of time. You think you're the only one who can do that? Take a look at this. I rolled up my sleeves and flexed my arms, showing them off from the best angle as I struck a pose. Nice try, buddy, but I still don't think that you want to arm wrestle with me. That's too bad that all those muscles couldn't help you when Reza got away and you got stuck on those stairs. Hey, that wasn't my fault. It was the darn stairs. Speaking of which, this whole case has been completely insane. Us always a step behind Reza, and Maverick running around trying to catch him himself. I wonder what he's up to. Maverick? Yeah. Let's see, at this point, continuing to chase Reza. We've already been to the park and everything, so Maverick has also already threatened us. So Maverick is about now finding the farmhouse. That should be what Maverick's about up to right now. We had an interesting conversation not too long ago. What? When exactly was that? When I went into town to check on your list of places Reza had been to. Wow, what a coincidence! That's the last time we talked to Maverick. How come you didn't say anything about that before? I didn't think it was anything worth mentioning. It was a pretty one-sided conversation anyways. Oh no wait, that is exactly what... That was us telling him about it, sorry. My bad. That was not a coincidence. Yeah, that was a perfect coincidence. We were talking to him at the same time we were talking to him. Alright, maybe you should start from the beginning. Alright, so just running through how Maverick threatened us that he will find proof on us. I don't want to say he's crazy, but I have no idea what he's talking about. Me either. You know, next time you should let the police decide whether something like that is worth mentioning or not. Why did you not tell us about this again? I thought it was just Maverick being Maverick. He's not normally like that. I don't get it. Why has he been acting like that? I don't... Do you think he's onto something? I don't know, but there must be a reason behind his behavior. Alright, Justin, is this, he's just crazy? Maybe it's a misunderstanding, or maybe he's right about Reza. And, to be fair, he actually technically is right about Reza. Lose the streak? Are you talking about the, shall we say, sexy Bryce one? That is a good question. I would say one of these two if you want to impress Bryce the most. Because Maverick is Bryce's otherwise BFF in a way. said Bryce. Oh, don't worry, Justin. In 2 chapters. 2 chapters. I would say Bryce, at the very least, does get very close. And then you actually also have a scene with Nadine, shall we say? Alright, so I will also just roll a dice here. Because I'm not sure right off the top of my head. I could pick one and go back and see which one gets the best reaction out of them, but... personally... I don't know if saying that maybe he is right about... Actually, on that note, this might actually be the best option for impressing Bryce. Okay, I already did actually roll for this, and it did say maybe he's right about Reza. That was exactly what I was thinking about too. Alright. Think so? Alright. Let's also just go back, because that looks like suspicious. Okay. And crazy. Okay. I have no idea which one is the best one for Bryce. You think so? Considering everything that's happened here so far, it's possible. That would put you in a very bad situation. I know, but if I was him, I can't change what he's done. I can only try to help you as much as possible. And I'm just thinking out loud, but Reza was the first of your kind to come here. He arranged the generators and the PDA trade, and then you came through the portal to deliver your part of the deal. Did your people have any goals or long-term plans for us, or was this exchange going to be a one-off thing? It was supposed to be a scouting mission, more than anything. A test to see if this kind of business relationship could work out, and if it did, it would make humanity very happy. Things aren't looking good on that front right now, though. But yeah, that's another reason why I'm helping you. However this whole thing turns out, no matter what happens, I've got your back, okay? Thank you, likewise, or watch your own back first. And this would technically be coming up in the very next chapter. What is it, Justin? What do you want to say? Thank you, likewise. Him watching our backs, of course. Thank you. Okay. No prob, buddy. Buddy now. I'm gonna have to call you buddy, Justin. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I'm gonna grab myself a beer. You want one? What do you think, buddy? Hey, sweetie. No, you can't really see it, but the cat has actually just popped up here. So, sure, alright. Alright. Off he goes, buddy. Let me just, here's the cat. That is sitting on my notebook, by the way. Let me see if we can get a better view with the camera. Not really. There's a light. What light is that? Oh, yeah, that's part of the keyboard that she's sitting on. Okay. She's probably button mashing right now. Bryce got up and left through one of the doors to fetch his beer, leaving me alone in the room. Yes. That was actually the very ending of our previous date with Bryce. We escorted him home. He was so drunk, we were so drunk, we actually spent the night here because we were just drunk. Such as beer, leaving me alone in the room. Okay, let me also just reset the queue. No, I don't think I can. quick save. There we go. Examine the blanket. No, we did not. I don't think we can actually even die in this game. We are invulnerable. What an interesting pattern. The way the dark blue stripes contrast against the lighter hue is very pleasing to the eye. It reeks of alcohol and dragon. Ooh, the dragon. You examined Bryce's blanket. No comment. Now let's also just go back. We have we can look at the magazines on the coffee table, stretch our legs, and we can wait. So I'll just quickly load that. That was a quick save. Here we go. Okay, so I'll leave that choice up to okay. I'll just look for achievements. There might have been another option here for another achievement. Pretty sure there was. Yes, look at his magazine. Stretch your legs. Okay, there's actually an achievement for each one. Okay. Each one except for weight. So, let's look at the magazine. Bold letters proclaim the magazine title as the Universal Fitness. Its models on the cover catch your eye with their confidence and athletic pose. Headlines like Stronger, Thicker Tales and Amazing Tips about Burning Passion gave me an indication of its topics. Curiosity got the best of me, and I found myself staring at the first double page, which profiled their athlete of the month. It was accompanied by a range of pictures showing off the athletes' bodies from different angles and a number of poses. We looked at Bryce's magazine. Okay. Let's go back for one last one, and Justin, which one do you actually want to go with? The blanket, magazine, or stretch your legs in the end? I'm just going to be picking these to get the achievements out of the way. Not wanting to just sit around, we could also technically wait as well, but not wanting to just sit around and wait, I did some simple stretching exercises to pass the time. You stretch your legs for a bit. Really? Okay, let's go back. Right, Justin, which are we going to do? Are we going to examine the blanket, look at the magazine, or stretch our legs? I think my cat is very comfortable on my keyboard here, like right here. So which one, Justin? You want the dice roll? Okay. I will not tell you what the dice roll said. If you want to go with that, then sure. But you are the only one here, buddy. Yes, I did stretch the legs. But we can totally do that. Okay. Stretch the legs in. Oh, that's what that is. Or foot, sweeter. Just hanging over the edge of the desk, the computer and the keyboard, and really seriously button mashing. And off she goes. Chrome help, magnifier. What even is the magnifier? Open Microsoft Edge twice. And spam 689 characters in YouTube. Magazines, alright. Bold letters proclaimed the magazine as universal fitness. Stronger, thicker tails. Amazing tips for breeding passion. Curiosity got the better of us. Dragons and athletic, whatever, and poses and stuff. When I heard the door creak open, I quickly put the magazine back on the table before Bryce lumbered it back into sight. He had the handle of a beer-filled basket clamped in his maw. He carefully set the basket on the table and took out the beers one by one. Once he was done, he swatted the empty basket into the far corner. Help yourself, if you like. Bryce's store-bought beer looked very different from what I had seen in the bar. They were presented in large plastic bowls that were sealed at the top, reminding me of yogurt containers. He broke the seal on one of the containers with his claw and proceeded to drink it noisily. Sweet, sweet nectar always does its job. You know, you can keep looking at the magazine if you want. I'm not surprised you'd be curious. Ooh, he knew. Hey, I'm not the one who bought it. He didn't mind looking when he had the opportunity. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Let me guess, you only buy it for the articles. Believe it or not, their fitness tips are actually pretty good. Pictures are just a bonus. Can I ask you something? Go for it. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I watched how you carried the beer. I was going to ask how you do daily tasks like shopping, for example, but I guess those baskets are your best friend. That's just how we do things around here. Not sure why that's so special to you. That makes me wonder. I know you can use your forelegs well enough for things, but what about your hind legs? Can you walk on those? Good question. If you're just asking about my species, some of us can, at least a little. But me, I probably wouldn't be able to make more than 2 steps that way. Interesting. Maybe that's something I should practice as well. It'd be a good exercise in discipline. Regardless, I wouldn't be part of any competition anytime soon. You have competitions? Oh yes. Each species gets their own athletic competition with a few events every other year. That sounds fun. Ever thought of joining in? It's not really my kind of thing. I mean, it's always just about who's the best and who's the strongest and who has the biggest muscles and all of that. I'm not into that whole competitive lifestyle. And some of those events can also be a bit dangerous. One accident and it could be all over for me as chief. That sounds rough. What kind of competitions do you have? They usually highlight the individual species' strengths and abilities. We get to do strength-based stuff, the flyers get to fly, and the runners get to run, and so on. And that is actually a bit of a hint towards the evil ending we did, how Anna was just missing in action, killed in action, just otherwise missing without spoilers. That was a bit of a hint of why she wasn't there for the final chapter. Speaking of which, it's kind of funny just how upright you are when you move. The runners lean forward and use their big tails for balance, whereas you have yours tucked into whatever that is you're wearing. Actually, we don't have tails. Are you kidding me? Not at all. Seriously? Everything alive has a tail. How can you just not have one? Alright, Justin. That's the way we are. Evolution, I suppose, or some animals don't have tails, including us. Did I lose Justin? I'm showing one concurrent viewer. Well, I guess I will roll real quick if I am alone. I'll give it a little bit, but not a whole lot of time. I just hope that, well, I would really need to actually be alone right now. So, Justin, I don't know if you're actually still here, I should even ask. But just in general, even, if anyone is there. This is asking about, Bryce does not believe how we do not have tails. And this is us answering, it's just the way we are. I suppose it's just the way we say it is how we can choose. Well, now that you're not AFK, Justin, because it did show in my concurrent views. Oh, okay. I have to say I'm quite impressed by the live window, the live chat window over there not having a smiley, and it's just a box. Okay. But tails are wonderful. Just look at mine. That's a pretty wicked weapon right there. And you have nothing? Can't help it. You know what? I don't believe you. So, for Justin, he does not believe us. I'm not sure how I can make this any more clear. Show me. So, we can show him. No way. Maybe another time. Is that a 1? Why the heck not? I'm not sure if I can adequately explain this, but we wear these things for a reason. Asking you to see what's underneath is very offensive in our culture. Is that so? Yes. Sounds like an excuse to me, but I'm not going to argue. And yes, anyone under 13, be warned, because this game is not for children in any way. It almost looks like it is, but it is not for children. I can't believe it, you really don't have a tail. Told you so. Why do you cover it all up, anyways? It's a human thing. We don't usually show our bodies to strangers. So, friends are fine? That would be an unusual friendship. Let's just say that displaying that area would imply more. Okay, so we've got tails covered, but what about wings? I don't think we can call those little things on my back wings. What are they then? Articulated pieces of armor, I guess. Can you flap them? I can try. Bryce got up on all fours, grounding his body in preparation for what was to come. His face contorted into a grimace as his upper body strained. He held the pose for a few seconds, but nothing happened except for his continuous groans of effort. Then suddenly, his wings started to move, slowly at first. They swayed up and down. They gradually picked up speed and moved with a rhythm that could rightfully be called flapping. It reminded me of pigeons I often saw back home. After holding it for a few seconds, he breathed a sigh of relief as he relaxed, and the flapping motion stopped again. A single bead of sweat rolled down the side of his face as he looked at me, panting. That was awesome! Can you do that again? I wasn't looking. Or, you didn't even take off. Okay. Yeah, that was certainly a first. Too bad they don't have any flapping competitions for my species. That was exhausting. Just the right time for a beer. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. I was wondering what took my OBS so long to actually get my own message, that Justin actually got his answer there before my message made it. So, ask if you should really get another. Why? Did you want the last one? We can share. Share. No, but you said there was more to you than getting drunk, and this is your third one already. If you say it like that, it makes me sound like I'm an alcoholic or something. I just forgot, okay? Okay, So, I've been wondering, what does it take for someone to become humanity's ambassador? I'm still not quite sure how I ended up here. I guess, in my case, it was a combination of the right degrees, volunteering, and a great deal of luck. Well, what kind of job did you have before that? Were you, like, a politician or a diplomat or what? Actually, I was none of those. Reza, maybe, but certainly not me. I guess it's not like you needed ambassadors to represent humanity before, right? That makes this whole process a first, unless you had aliens show up at your place before. It's funny that you say that, because for a while there was speculation that you were aliens. Well, it's not like we fly around in spaceships or anything. Strictly speaking, the word alien refers to any form of life that doesn't originate from our own planet. So that makes us aliens to each other? Huh. Well, I'm not sure if that would be a good descriptor for your kind. Oh, why not? Let's just say that where I come from, the word often carries negative connotations with it. That's no good. What does that make us then? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to make up a new word for sentient civilized dragons. What do you think about us humans, anyways? I know many others have their own ideas of what humans are or what they're supposed to be. I'm not buying into all that, so I'll just take it as it is. And how is it? Well, you've been interesting enough so far, and Reza, I'm reserving judgment on that one. It's so funny to see people talking about humans all the time, and what your presence could mean, while I'm the one of the few who actually gotten to meet you, and knows what you're like. And people still don't know about Reza. That'll certainly be interesting. What do you think will happen once the truth about him gets out? I'll start worrying about that once we know what the truth actually is. Good point. You work with the police long enough, you learn not to have any preconceived notions about such things. Take things as they are and do as necessary. I imagine you've seen many things as chief. I certainly have. They're usually not the kind of thing I should tell people about, though. Why not? I'm not sure how it's done where you're from, but here people usually don't like me telling them what the horrible things I see at work. Okay? About the horrible things at work. I find it slightly amusing how, as I'm streaming this, the choices are over here on the screen, and then you can also see my interpretations in the YouTube chat just right next to me. So how's that for rhetoric? Man, look at the time, we spent all afternoon talking. Guess I should be heading back to my apartment. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I still have to prepare some stuff for tomorrow. Can you find your way out? Yeah. See you soon then. See ya. Alright. Time to find out if we are leadership. Excellent. And I believe that is Bryce good ending specifically too. Yes, let's see the results. First of all, let's see. Status. Justin, I'm disappointed with you. Yes, I can't specifically say, but yeah, Morana. The morning sun declared the arrival of the new day and woke me from my vivid dreams. Memories of my home, enclosed with a towering perimeter wall, raced through my head. The peaceful landscape outside my apartment window stood in defiance of these old thoughts. Rolling hills and blue skies were familiar to me now, and the purity of the sight gave me hope. Cabbage, please come with me. What's going on? You sound serious. The chief will explain everything once we arrive. Okay. Hey Chief, Cabbage is here. Thanks, Sebastian. You can deal with the situation here while I talk to Cabbage, alright? Of course. Hey Cabbage, I've got some really bad news. And considering how long the stream is going for, I'm going to have to cut it here, and we can pick up next week for Chapter 3. So, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys again next week. Possibly, actually, I should be saying. Because the FTC and COPA right now are just in a really bad state of flux. So this could be my second last stream. I will be doing Final Fantasy VII tomorrow, and that could very much be my last stream on YouTube at least. So for those of us who, those of you who are here, who get to see this and everything, I hope you enjoyed. Because we will either see you tomorrow, next week, or never again, at least on YouTube. That being said, if you are interested in more, there is a Discord channel in the description, and myself and others do stream. So if you are interested, there is more media, more content, more chats, and whatever that you would like to do, like to see. So, see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed. I will save right here for auto. There we go. Save. Hope you have a good day. See ya, everyone.